Hi, Hrithik. Justin here from Indian Express. Hi,
Hi,
Pushkar
hi,
Gai.
hi.
Hi. Hrithik, you of course returned to screen after War, and War was such a big, phenomenal success. Can you take us back to the time when the film became what it did? What were the advices coming your way regarding choose this one next? What the people around you who were advising you that now that this has become so historic, your next should be better or bigger?
No, I haven't had anyone giving me that advice.
In terms of the conversations that you were having with people, industry, otherwise, fans' reaction that Hrithik, this should be your next now.
No, no. I don't know what to say other than no. That's not something that I experienced after war. I think maybe that's because I automatically hold myself, very, very responsible for doing my very best, and I think people somewhere know that, so they leave me to it.
But did that add pressure?
Pressure?
Yeah. In terms of,
War put a different kind of pressure. It was there's so much adulation for Kabir that I got lost. I didn't know where, what I should take, and what. It was a very confusing time for me because, wow, this is. I can't go very deep into it, but I was kind of a little lost actually, because I was getting a lot of love for something that I was not. So it was time for me to realign with the person I am, and to fulfill myself as Hrithik, because if I constantly keep filling myself up through the love for my characters, I'll constantly in my real life also try and be that, so that I keep getting the love. I need to be comfortable being me, and it's okay that I'm not as good as Kabir or Veda. I'm not that guy. They all, it's handmade character, it's I may sit and make it. It's not me. That's my work and it's my job, and it's so important to demarcate and differentiate me as a person from the person I am and the persona that I project on screen. If I don't separate the two, I'll live in chaos. I'll always live as a hungry soul, trying to get the applause all the time and trying to portray all of that in my real life, and that'd be traumatic.
Hi, Hrithik, this is Priyanka. Hi, Pushkar Gayatri.
Hi.
You said that how you want your characters and who you actually are to be kind of distinct and separate. But when you are not on screen, people want to experience you through those characters. People keep revisiting your work. But there's also this thing about fans that why can't we see him faster, quicker? Especially at a time when we have more options perhaps as audience now because of OTT. So there are more actors, more content. So do you think for you I know people have written this about you a lot, that you largely, focus on one project at a time. But today in 2022, do you sometimes feel that maybe I'll be quicker in coming back to screen or doing films in
Yeah,
succession
I want to
quicker?
do more films. I just don't find the content. Uh, write, you guys, best minds that I have come across. Uh, Such incredible writing. If I get writing like this, I do like 4 films a year, 5 films a year if I could. I'd do them all. But I am a slave to my instinct, and my instincts are determined by the how impactful the script has been on my soul. So I am really, it's not my decision. I just can't tell you that okay, I'm going to decide to do 4 films or 2 films. It really is, unless I'm not doing it for the money, so it's something that I have a choice about. So I have to really, I'm in the hands of of the writers and the directors. So fingers crossed, maybe I may get lucky again.
No pressure on us.
hi
Hi Pushkar Gairi. Hi Hrithik sir. This is Farhan from telechaga.com. First of all, congratulations. The movie is creating a buzz all over social media. So my question is, Hrithik, to you is, if when was the first time you have seen the original Vikram Vedha, and if yes, what did you had to learn or unlearn from what Sethupathi has did in that movie, suiting the Hindi belt?
So I saw the film in 2017 when it came out, and I was blown by it. I just thought this is incredible, and I also expressed a desire that करनी है ये film यार. I want if there's a remake happening, I'd love to do this film. So I'd sent that out to the universe, and I think 3 years after, it circled back to me, and I did not approach this film in terms of what I should do or what I should not do in context to what has been done. I just liked this character, and I found that character inside me. And then I just had to play it out like how I would do it. There is nothing more that I can do. There is really nothing more in our hands but to do the best in our potential. That's all you can do. So that's all you have control over. So that's what I've done. Yeah.
Hi, Samir here from Movie Talkies. My question is to Pushkar and Gayatri ma'am. As you can see, there is a Ravana's effigy on the poster, and we have that, Vikram Vedha as an ancient story. So, what was the thought process of, putting these two ancient stories into the film, the Vikram Vedha and the characters?
So, just like I told a little before, just an insight into where this started from. It was one of those completely useless conversations which you have at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night when you're not able to sleep. So me and Gayatri were talking about, there are all these films about right and wrong, but nothing about the space in between. As in, we were trying to start with this idea of not black versus white, but a person who sees in black and white versus a person who sees in grey. In that conversation, which is thing which will just end up in like one philosophical note, that idea of Vikram Betal popped up of, hey, you remember that stories which we have read as kids, didn't that have that idea of like that moral ambiguity being there? So that was the trigger. So we started from there. Vikram Betal was not something which was forced onto the script. That's literally where everything started from. Then you build on that.
And after that, actually, it went through like various versions, like, should we set it in a world of politics or business or, all those kind of things. And we wanted like harder emotions, like harder emotions. So the cop and the gangster world kind of lent itself to this.
And many drafts later, we started discovering who Vikram is and who Veda is and all that. So, that process is long drawn. I mean, I'm sure there are people who write much faster and write much better. It's just that for us, that grinding
faster
is
maybe, not better. Faster maybe, not better.
Hi guys, Sanchita here from Times Now. Hrithik, I have to say this to you, I've met you as a fan, but you're the reason I became a journalist, so this is like a very momentous thing for me. And I owed it to myself to tell it to you. But of course, asking you the question, you've spoken a lot about how you choose your projects, how you only pick things that you can't say no to. But then there is this, that there are a lot of films coming in, and new films coming in won't stop. So at any point, do you feel left behind as an actor, because you do it for the love of the craft? So do you have that feeling of, I don't know, I mean, how do you think? But yeah, do you ever feel left behind as an actor in everything that's happening?
How can I be left behind when I am the only one on my path? I'm walking alone, as are we all.
It's a mass line. It's a mass line. It's perfect.
So yeah, I don't, there's nobody else, it's just me. And I have to live my days to the best of my abilities. That's it. Nothing else to think about.
How do you look at it in retrospect, if I have to ask you that?
It's worked for me.
Clearly.
It's worked for me. So yeah, I think I'm just going to continue to do that. Just follow my instincts.
Thank you.
Hrithik, my question is to you. I'm Sharik Sheikh from Indian Express Online. So I just wanted to ask you that nowadays South films are being running more in the box office and in theaters. So do you think that in future, if given an opportunity, you'll go for South film also?
I am open to films of all kinds from every part of the world. I would like to collaborate on any and every good content. So it doesn't matter where it's from. I'm a student of cinema, so cinema can be from anywhere. That doesn't matter. But I think post-pandemic, we are at a time where we have to sit and really take this amazing feedback that we are receiving from the audience. It's a time to recalibrate. It's a time to grow. It's the most incredible phase that we have. It's an opportunity, and I look at it as as it's a positive thing, because the world is now, our audience now is exposed to the best works from all over the world in theaters, on OTT. So obviously the tastes are becoming better, and we have to now recalibrate. And it's through this feedback that we will grow into better. So it's a damn good thing that's happening.
Hi Hrithik sir, Himesh this side from Pinkvilla. Hrithik sir, when you launched Alcoholia song, you said you walked into Gaiety as an audience and came out feeling the love. Basically, you came out as a superstar. But even before the release of Kaho Na Pyare, the industry had expectations of you being a superstar. And now, 25 films later, there is Vikram Vedha, wherein there are a lot of expectations from the film and you as an actor. So the two questions to you are, number one, how do you cope up with the expectation that people have from you? And how has the feeling of that Friday changed for you from Kaho Na Pyare till now, the release day?
Well, let's put it like this. At that time, when I was starting out, I was probably aspiring to be a star and to be acknowledged with that kind of success. Today, what I aspire for is the success as an actor. I want to know that I have grown. I want to know that I have been able to satisfy my directors. I want to know that I have been able to satisfy my audience in terms of my job. My job is not to be a star. My job is to be an actor. And I think that's the difference. That's the change.
And how has the feeling for Friday evolved for you? Like, how do you feel before a Friday now?
So, I'm it's a self compliment, but I have always been very aligned with my movies. Before the release of a film, if I'm nervous, that means that the movie is good. And I'm nervous. So let's see.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Hello everyone, I'm Divya from India Forums. So first, Hrithik, my question is to you, that in one of your interviews you had mentioned that after your film like Kabil and all, you have been choosing your roles, like you are thinking much on the scripts and you are ready for taking risks as well when it comes to the content. So are you still comfortable going in the same phase, or with the whole scenario of how audiences are seeing the films, you want your films to be more commercialized?
No, what I meant was that I'm going to take risks. I meant I am going to get more comfortable with my flaws. I'm going to get more comfortable with making more mistakes, not hiding so much. And I think over the last 3 films, I have been doing that well. Only I will know, and I know that I have consistently been growing with each of my films. The time to take the risk is, before the word action. How much of you are you going to let go? How much are you going to just have faith and forget, let go, and just be? So that is actually the moment where actors palpitate. You know, that's the risk. Not box office, not the release. It's that risk that actually matters. And that's what I've been doing more of.
Thank you.
Hello guys, this is Shubham from Koimui. Hrithik, we have been talking about your choices and how you choose your roles at length. But looking at the current trend, which is unusual because formulaic films are not working, the unique things are being appreciated and crowned by the audience. Tell me, what are the kind of roles you don't want to do right now?
The kind of roles I don't want to do are all the films that I have not done. I don't want to do films that are superficial. I want to do films and roles and characters that are deep.
Okay.
You know, deep can be even in a light-hearted film. You can find depth. You can find depth in the situation. You can find depth in. So how much, how deep are you thinking? Doesn't matter what you're thinking into. You know, it doesn't matter where you're trying to find water. You can find it under sand. You can find it under concrete. Many places. But you have to find the water. If that script is digging deep enough and hitting. There was this comic book, Tinkle.
Tinkle.
Yep.
Supandhi's. There was one tale of I think it was Supandhi, and he. Sorry, shall I? He goes digging for water, and he digs in one place. He digs some 50 feet, and doesn't find water. He's going on. Somebody is crossing by, and he says, "Arey, why are you trying here? Try there. There's more water there. There's water there. So go there." So he goes over there and he digs over there. He digs 50 feet again. Another person comes, and this guy's a priest. He says, "My son, don't dig here. Dig over there. I'm sure there's water there." So he goes over there and digs 50 feet there, and sweet old lady comes along and says, "Beta, I have news for you. There's water there. So go there." And so he goes there and digs 50 feet more. Doesn't find water. He comes home and he tells his wife that, I dug more than 250 feet in so many places and I didn't find any water. And the wife tells him, if you had dug that 250 feet in any one of those spots, you would have found water. So that got stuck in my head. Choose your spot and dig deep. You'll find the water.